Hello! My name is Justin and I've just had a kebab! Well, I've never been to Liverpool before. I was walking around, I saw a filthy looking kebab shop. I thought, fuck it, pop in, treat yourself, you're worth it. So I went and I treated myself to a large doner kebab and chips. Weird thing is I weren't even hungry. I just really, really love being called boss. Right, 4 of you got that. The rest of you are clearly fucking posh. You don't go in kebab shops enough to know that they always call you boss for some reason. But you're not that posh, though. I did that joke in Cambridge. I didn't even know what a kebab was. How do you explain a kebab? I just said it's like a working-class panini. That's what I said. Good. So I went in to cheer myself up because I'm middle-aged. Got any middle-aged men in? Yeah, did you hear that? That's pretty much how it feels, yeah. Who said yeah? All right, fair, fuck it. Just say yeah, then hide behind someone. But no, it's weird, man. And being middle-aged happens overnight, right? Because the night before my 40th birthday, I was 39. Maths. Right. But when I woke up on my 40th birthday, I weren't just 40, I was as 40 as fuck, right? I got out of bed and my knees went... They'd never done that before. Then I opened my curtains, I looked out the window and I noticed that my neighbour Steve had left his bin out. Now, my birthday was on Wednesday, but our bin day's Tuesday. And I was fucking livid, right? You don't notice shit like that when you're in your 30s. Basically, we like a moan. Middle-aged men, we love a fucking moan. Moan about everything. One thing we don't like as we get older, we don't like change, which is weird, because when I was young, I was all about change. When I was in my 20s, I used to stay up till dawn talking about a revolution. But now I'm in my 40s, if they move the eggs in Tesco's, I'm writing a fucking letter. Strongly worded, mind you. I've not lost my edge, comrades. Another thing you realise as you get older is you realise something about life. You realise that young men are dickheads. And there's young men in this room going, no, I ain't. But when they're my age, you look back and go, no, he was right, I was a fucking bellend, right? And who agrees with it? Young men groom too much now? No, they groom too much. And they groom in a weird way, because you get a bloke like this. How old are you, mate? How old? You're 35, are you? Fucking hell, I am old. I almost thought I was grooming you that long. But you're 35, right? But you got a beard. Yeah, I bet you £100 you shave your balls. Now... See, she's confirmed it. Now... Is it me or is that back to front? Because in our day, we used to shave our faces, but we left our balls well alone. There's young blokes in this room think it's normal to shave their balls. It is not fucking normal. Jesus Christ, back in my day, if my mates even got wind I'd tampered to myself down there, I'd have been an outcast. When I was in my mid-20s, mate, my nutsack, it looked like someone had rolled a wet tennis ball across a barbershop floor. Another thing that happens as you get older, you sort of like get petty about stuff. When I was younger, I used to give a shit about big issues like poll tax, apartheid, get angry. Now I look at Brexit and Trump, I'm just like, couldn't give a fuck. Just don't care. But if I go out of my car and I let someone out of a junction and they don't wave to thank me, I'm going to follow them home and murder their entire fucking family. Yeah. Getting a little bit petty in my old age. I'm also a dad. We've got any dads in? Oh, the woman said yes then. But being a dad now is fucking shit, isn't it? It is though, it's really shit. When did it get so shit? I realised how bad it got the other month, right? It's me, my wife and 2 boys, that's 4 of us. It's snack time, she goes to the fruit bowl, there's 4 bananas left. Now one of those bananas was all brown and mouldy and shitty. Have a guess whose banana that was, right? We don't draw straws, who got the shit banana last time. I have to eat every out-of-date yoghurt. I fucking think they hate me sometimes. I don't know what I did to deserve it. Now, obviously, it's not all bad news. I do consider myself extremely blessed. Because, like I said, I've got 2 boys at home, and I absolutely adore one of them. I mean, I don't hate the other one, but I just don't trust him, right? Eyes are too close together. As soon as his head popped out, I was like, what the fuck is that, man? I stopped on the way home from the hospital to get locked my bedroom door, but... Shit, man. It's weird, because when I was a kid, being a dad looked fucking brilliant. I had an 80s dad. Who remembers the 80s dad? Yeah, man, that man did fuck all. Right? He used to just sit in his armchair behind a newspaper. He only came out when he was hungry. And I used to look at this man and he did nothing but we worshipped him and I thought that was my birthright. What the fuck happened? All right? On a Sunday, this is what happened when I was a kid. My dad would say, come on, boy, we're going out. And I'd get in the back of the Capri and his mum would be in the front and we'd drive down some country lanes. And I'd think, oh, we're going on a mystery tour. Where we going? The seaside, a museum, a theme park. Where we fuck? We were going to the pub. Right? And when I say we were going to the pub, they were going in the pub. They used to leave me in the car park, right? Now, young people think that's abusive, but it ain't. Everyone did it back then, and I know everyone did it, because I used to look around that car park. And there'd be like 10 other cars with lonely little children in just staring out the windows. Pub car parks in the 80s were like a Battersea dog zone, right? And I used to sit in that car and I was thinking, it's all right, Justin, you bide your time. It'll all even itself out. Because, yes, you're in the car bored now, but when you're your dad's age, you'll be in the pub and your kids will be in the car waiting for you. What the fuck happened? Where do you think I'm going to be on Sunday? Am I going to be in a pub? Well, my kids, I'm going to be up to my tits in coloured balls in the soft play area, right? Not just my own kids, other people's that were screaming sacks of meningitis, lobbing balls at my head. And I sit there and I do this because I'm a good dad. Do I get any credit? Do I fuck? My wife will go, did you have to look so miserable? And I say, yes, I did have to look miserable. Because that was my I'm not a pedo face, right? Yeah. All the men know about the I'm not a pedo face. We have to pull it out when we're around other people's kids. Because I'll tell you a little rule of life. You show me a man that looks happy to be in a ball pit, I'll show you a man who should be allowed anywhere near a fucking ball pit. You can't sit with your arms back like Hugh Hefner in a fucking hot tub with a big grin on your face, can you? I know for a fact you can't. Found that out the hard way. So yeah, I'm a dad. I'm not just dad, I'm also a house husband. Thank you. And I'm not a house husband in a place like Liverpool where there's probably loads of blokes do it. I'm a house husband, right? I don't mean that like that. I just meant it's like a forward-thinking city. I come from a backwoods small village in Norfolk. Yeah, did you hear that? Exactly what it deserves. But so it got isolating, right? No other blokes did it. None of my mates did it. They all thought I was a weirdo. And it got isolating for my kids, right? Because they weren't mixing with their friends, because I weren't mixing with their friends' parents. So my wife arranged a play date for me. Right, one Wednesday morning, she got 3 of her friends with similar age kids to come around for a coffee morning. Now, I do this for a living, but I was fucking more nervous about that, right? And these women came in, they sat down, and they started talking. And within 1 or 2 minutes, I realised the difference between men and women and how we approach bringing up children, how different it is, right? Because to men, it's a job. It's rewarding, it's difficult, but we see it as a job. But to women, bringing up children is more than a job, isn't it? It's also a competitive sport, right? I ain't never heard bragging like it. First woman, out of nowhere, this is my son James. Yeah, he's a very bright boy. Yeah. Just the other day, he started sounding out the alphabet phonetically. He's incredibly bright. 8 months as a national average. I'm very proud. Second woman, didn't want to be outdone, dive straight in. This is my daughter Tabitha. Just this morning, I was eavesdropping. She was playing with her dollies, acting out a very clearly defined scenario. She's very empathetic and emotionally aware. Third woman, this is my son Tiger. He's quite the tennis player. He's fucking won, right? She goes, he's got a fantastic core terrific balance. Hopefully one day I'd like him to make it as a pro. And then it goes quiet and it's all awkward and they're staring at me. A bit like this. And one of them says, what about you, Justin? Is your son displaying any aptitude in any particular avenues? I went, what? She said, well, simply put in layman's terms, is your son doing anything that you would expect a much older child to be doing? I said, oh, yes, I said, he called me a cunt the other day. I said I probably shouldn't brag, but it was in the proper context and everything. And I know technically I probably should have told him off, but he sounded just like his mother. It really was. It really was adorable. So I stopped seeing them women because they sort of bullied me. They were horrible to me. Yeah, people laugh, man. They think women can't bully men. It was horrible. They were really mean to me. I went home to my wife. I don't know why I went to her. She's fucking no sympathy from her. She's horrible. Do you know what my wife calls me at home? Mr. Maggot Dick. You thought that was funny, didn't you? That's fucking cruel, isn't it? She thinks she can't hurt my feelings. Every chance she gets the chance to twist the knife about my little dick, she does. The other week, I got out of the shower and I go in the bedroom to get dressed and she's on the bed doing a Sudoku because she's quite posh. And I'm stood at the foot of the bed and she put the Sudoku book down and with her biro she just pointed at my penis and she went... What the fuck is that? And I said, oi, that I'll have you know, is a perfectly almost average-sized penis, right? I said, so you back off and leave me alone because I happen to be having a bad dick day. So, you know, women don't know about the bad dick day, do they? Women have a bad hair day when your hair don't go right. Us men have to suffer worse. We have to endure the bad dick days. Because our flaccid penises fluctuate in size. Never quite know what you're going to get, do you, lads? I mean, sometimes I look down and my penis is like a cooked-peeled cocktail prawn, right? It's about that big, just pink and curled round like that. But then another time I look down, it will be fucking tiny. So... random. Strange job, this, isn't it? So travel around the country talking about your tiny dick. Just want to say there's some very attractive women here. I just want to say it's not all bad news, ladies, because it is true. I've got quite a small dick, but if you're interested, in the plus column, I've also got massive bollocks. Huge, distended clackers. Disproportionately large, if anything. I'll tell you what it kind of looks like. Kind of looks like a hairy space hopper that's only got one handle. That's the... But having a small dick don't matter, does it, mate? No, not at all. She answered for him, but... No, that just means you've got to put more effort. And you've heard that expression, it's not what you've got, it's what you do with it what counts. I mean, I've said it more than I've heard it, to be fair, but... It's true, man, and what I do with it is I throw it around like a fucking lunatic. Well, like I always say, Liverpool, if you can't give her an orgasm, give her a limp. He's clapping. That's life advice to him over there. Write it down, bruv, you'll forget. But the first time I ever had sex with my wife, she actually mocked my penis. Not on the size, she mocked it for a different reason, because my wife's actually Jewish. All right, that's funny in Liverpool, but apparently. But and I'm not Jewish, right? So the first time we had sex, this was the first time she'd ever seen an uncircumcised penis, right? And she freaked the fuck out. Not a little freak out, she almost made a bolt for the door, mate. You'd have thought I was waving around a stick dipped in a bowler, right? She was going, oh my God, what the fuck is that? I said, that's my dick, love. She went, no. She said, that doesn't even look like a dick. I said, yes, it does look like a dick. I said, I'll have you know this is the factory setting. I said, this is what a dick is supposed to look like. So it's not all pimped up like them ones you're used to. I said, anyway, this is discrimination. You can't do that. It's my religious background. You're discriminating against me. She goes, oh, it's nothing to do with discrimination, you idiot. She said, well, it's just so unhygienic, isn't it? I said, is it? She goes, oh, yeah. She said, haven't you seen the studies? She said, all the studies show if you get a baby boy circumcised, the chance of him developing a penis infection are drastically reduced. That is an excellent point, isn't it? And hard to argue against, because I know I speak for all the uncircumcised men in the room when I say I, for one, am sick to death of these constant penis infections. Oh, it's a nightmare. You're ringing up work every 3 weeks. Hello, Dave. Yeah, can't come in. Yet another penis. What fucking penis infections? You just got to wash it now and then. It ain't a problem. And I said to her, I said, how dirty do you think we are? Do you think when we pull our foreskins back, it's full of half-eaten biscuits and old sweet wrappers? Like when you stick your hand down the back of the couch looking for the remote control. What are you going to fish out? A half-sucked locket, an Action Man's boot? It's fucking who knows? Well, she got used to it. She never really mentioned it again until 10 years later. Like I said, I got 2 boys. And when the first boy was born, she wanted to get him done. And I was like, fucking no way you're getting him done. You leave him alone. She said, I'm just getting him done. I said, I can't believe you want to get him done. I said, you're crap at being Jewish. I said, you eat bacon, you never go to synagogue. You want to keep this custom, guy? I said, this is the worst fucking one. She goes, nothing to do with my religion. She goes, it's just more hygienic. I said, oh, we've been through this. I said, let me humour you, right? I said, don't you think in this era, with modern medicine being what it is, that cutting off the most sensitive part of our son's most intimate organ as a precautionary measure is a little bit heavy-handed? I said, why stop at the dick? I said, why don't we cut his legs off so he never gets athlete's foot? Now... a fucking good point, isn't it? And how do I know it's a good point? I saved him, he never got done. Yeah, happy about that. Well done, job well done. But then 2.5 years later, like I said, we had the other boy. And I was like, oh, fuck it, you can do that one. The one with the eyes close together. I was like, couldn't give a shit about him, to be honest. You've got to pick your battles on life, haven't you? Been for a long time now. I've been with my wife 23 years. Anyone in here in a long-term relationship? Who was that? How long?
18 years.
That's not as long as 23, but... It's long enough, mate. It fucking is long enough. And you'll notice that the longer you're together...
33.
All right, you wish it's a misery auction all of a sudden. Anyone more miserable than 33 years together? 3? Right, you don't know how numbers work, mate, but thanks for joining in. But 33 years and 18 years, you realise there's no rocket science. There's young people in here, they'll find this out as they go. The longer you're together, you have to try harder to keep the spark alive. You have to try that little bit extra to keep the romance going. And I'll be honest, me and my wife have failed, and we have failed miserably. There's no romance left anymore, right? I realised how bad it got the other year when Patrick Swayze died, right? The fuck, man? That's the first thing she's laughed at. Well, but, fucking angel of death in the front row. But, right... My wife was such a fan of Patrick Swayze, right? The day after he died, she took the day off work and she just stayed at home and watched all his films one after the other on DVD. So when I say she's a big fan, I mean she's a fucking nutcase, right? So I had a job back then and I came home from work and I stride in the lounge like this. And I don't know what's happened in the meantime. I stride in and she's on the couch and she's watching the end of Ghost, right? Now I spot a half-drunk bottle of Lambrini on the coffee table. Now I know my wife. And I know Lambrini makes her horny, right? So I've gone straight in the bathroom to wash my cock in the sink, right? Because I'm a gentleman, right? And all the men know, the chivalrous men know, that in this situation, if all of a sudden sex is on the cards and we can't remember the last time we had a shower, we pretend we're going for a piss, but we ain't having a piss, are we? We are on our tiptoes and we are washing our cocks in the sink, right? And there's a technique to it. You cannot just wash and go. If you wash it once, you've got to rinse it 5 times, right? Because if you go back in there tasting of Carex, you'll give the game away. It's a hand soap. So, right. So I'm all fresh. And I'm ready to go. And I stride back in the lounge like this, right? Now, I don't know what's been going on, but now she's crying. And I think, oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'm not a stupid man, Liverpool. And I know, in this situation, if little Justin is going to get any action whatsoever, little Justin is going to get any action whatsoever, I've got to come across all touchy-feely, like one of them new men I've been reading about. So I turned to her and I said, what the fuck's wrong with you? And she was like, Justin, watching all these films has made me realise there's just no romance in my life. I said, well spotted, Poirot, right? I said, what do you want me to do about it? I said, we're up all hours of the night, we're stressed out, we're changing nappies, we're worried about money, we're not getting on. What do you want me to do about it? Now, this was the Lambrini talking, because she grabbed me by the collar and she pulled me in an inch away from her face. And she said, Justin... just take me in the bedroom and make love to me like they do in the movies. Please, just once, make love to me like they do in the movies. I said, all right. So I took her by the hand, and I led her in the bedroom, and I made love to her like they do in the movies. And we both realised that night, as I was fucking her up the arse and telling her to squeal like a pig, we just like different films, so... It didn't really help. Do you know what I mean? I think it just highlighted another difference between us. But I thought, fuck it, there's always next month. Anyway, my name's Justin Panks. You lot have been great. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you so much. Cheers.